I'm Jessica, and this is my road to recovery.
All right, so we got a special guest in here. Jess is busted up in here, and I'm friends with Jess on Facebook, and I follow all the cool things that they do. And I don't think I've ever saw a post that you've ever posted that you weren't smiling and looked like you were having fun.
Pretty happy all the time. I like to laugh.
That's awesome. It's good for us to see that too, for sure. So thanks for coming on. You were a last-minute addition here. You had to fill in for somebody, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
I heard her out in the hall cussing somebody out.
Oh, yeah, I know. Her BFF dropped the ball this morning, so I called her, like, guess what? You're going to take one for a team, sis.
She's not
Come
a
on.
BFF anymore.
I know.
I already let her know about it.
Yeah, I bet you did.
Thank you for coming over, though. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
So, Miss Walcott, it's amazing to kind of watch the transformation that's happened with her. How long you got sober now? How many years you got?
Close to 2.5 years.
She had been in treatment with us back in the day there a little bit, and she didn't stay the whole time. First time she came, usually I said first time didn't take, second time she had to come back.
Right.
And then since then, she's just kind of had an agenda. And it has been amazing to watch this kind of unravel and the things that she's been able to do. So she came back to work for us as a case manager. How long have you been here now? Gosh, a year and a half?
It'll be 2 years in October.
Yeah. So she came back in. She worked as a case manager in our big women's house, and we had some expansion, and we were hiring a new supervisor for independent living. And so she threw her name in the hat for it and come in, and we did like this big panel interview, and it was a lot. And she killed it. She's really making some hard stuff look real easy right now. You're in school full time. You manage, you have employees that you supervise, and then you also supervise. There's 10 females in the housing unit to which that you're over, correct, with the different apartments.
Yeah.
Oh.
And she's doing that, and she's a mom, and just everything. So tell us a little bit about how you do that.
Yeah, I'm real curious.
Me too. I was like, man, you're making me look like a slacker over here.
I don't know, like,
All right,
honestly-
now go. I'm ready.
Sometimes I ask myself that too, because I don't know. Like, if I look at everything that I'm doing, there's a lot there, but I just keep putting one foot in front of the other and keep it pushing.
Compartmentalize, I guess. I mean,
I don't know.
because I'd be so scattered.
I would be too. Well, so she's got a group, and I follow them too and watch them. Like every Sunday, they go to breakfast. Like you and your sober folks go to breakfast, and you do this. And then I know you work a program. And like I was telling you earlier, there is a special thing that happens in Scioto County. I don't know what happens once you pass Havre Hill and you get down there. It's like it's different.
Right.
The recovery community down there is real tight-laced, and they take care of one another. And it's amazing. We've got a lot of them that work for us and come around to our recovery things, and we get to watch it unfold. Tell me how you developed like this family outside of family to help you stay sober.
Yeah.
So, I met my sponsor in treatment like a long time ago, but anyways, she's really big in the recovery community, and so one thing she taught me is how important connection was. And she forced me to kind of be uncomfortable and like kept inviting me to these things, and she's another person like I can't say no to, so I kept forcing myself to go. But from doing that, like I gained all this sober support, and while that's in Portsmouth, what I did over here was I just kind of built my own little circle and my own little family, and I sponsor a couple people over here too now.
It's amazing. It is. I'm in awe of it. I seen you went on vacation not too long ago. Had a really good time. Got to do that. How long had it been since you got to go on vacation like that?
With just me and my kids to go back to the beach, it's been like 15 years.
Lord,
And then this year you did. I
It
know.
was so amazing. Like, I can't tell you how refreshed I came back from that. Like, I am so grateful. Like, I needed that.
It was amazing watching you. So let's talk about your kids a little bit. How many children you got?
I have 2 girls,
2 girls. What's their ages?
21 and 17.
You don't look old enough to have a 21-year-old
Lord,
child.
no,
I know. I mean, what are you
21?
doing? She's doing all this stuff, and then she don't even have a wrinkle. I'm over here looking like a dried up bag of beans or something. I'm like, damn. I know. I love it, though. I do. I mean, so tell me about the relationship with them. How did your substance use affect that relationship?
So, their father was he was an addict as well, and he passed away. And then I kind of got into my addiction, and
Just your kids. Like, how was your relationship?
So, It was a little hard during my active addiction because I think my kids got tired of me like coming in and out of their lives. If I was going to come back, they wanted me to stay. But now, like, my kids call me for things, like just randomly call me, and they let me participate in activities that they do. So like my youngest is in all kinds of sports. Like I get invited to that all the time. And for her homecoming, like when she walked down the field, she had like this special little saying she said just to me. And it just, I'm baffled that I was able to rebuild my relationships with my kids like that.
That's amazing.
It's the best thing.
Yeah, there's nothing better,
No.
period. You'll never experience any elation like what you experienced on that football field for homecoming. Yeah, it's awesome.
And there's a different feeling whenever you show up and then when they want you there. I know I've got nieces and nephews, and it was years before they really wanted me around, and they didn't make it. I mean, they let it know. And so, but I would show up sometimes just to watch from a distance, and just because I didn't want to inflict more harm on them. And then after they wanted me being there, it's like it just makes your world amazing. It opens you up to so many different thoughts and feelings and gratitude for days when it comes to those things.
Yes.
So tell me, what's one of the key playing things that you had to do in order to maintain sobriety?
Well, like I was talking about earlier, like connection is key, so I make sure that I stay connected to like-minded individuals. And I don't know, helping other people is what helps me as well. And then just like, I had been to treatment like 20 times. I was
going to ask, I knew you'd been several times, in and out, in and out.
I honestly started to, like, I just didn't think I could do it because I kept trying and I, would relapse. But I just never gave up. And that, if I can help somebody else like that who thinks like that, like, I'm never going to get this. You absolutely can.
It is. It's true. So now, what drove you to wanting to go back to school and all this? Tell us a little bit about that, because I mean, you were doing pretty good, had a pretty good job, done things pretty good, and then all of a sudden you're like, well, I'm just going to go back and get my bachelor's degree.
Yeah, I switched careers. Like I had a really good job in dental, but I don't know. I was just pulled towards this, and then once I started working in treatment and helping and getting to like help other people. I don't know, I was like, I think I'm going to do more. Like, I don't like to set a bar for myself, like, because I believe the sky is the limit.
It is.
Oh, absolutely. You said one thing a while ago that made me think. I've got 19 years under my belt. But I think during all that time, I've talked about it before with Caitlin, my child, and so forth, kept me sober. But I honestly don't think in the toughest of times I could have ever stayed sober, remained sober, if I didn't have the ability to go try to help somebody. It is the only thing at times in my life that fulfilled me. When I could go out, I mean, I'm making money like you wouldn't believe. I had everything. I could go buy a new car. It fulfilled me for probably by the time I wrote the signature on the loan. But the fulfillment that I got from reaching out to somebody, that I knew or maybe going through a tough time and sharing and talking and encouraging allowed me 19 years of sobriety. And the day that I think that I, to whatever degree it is, whether it's on a stage in front of 10,000 or it's in a room with 4 or 5, or it's you and I talking on the telephone, or it's anything, the day that I could not be of assistance to somebody in our world of addiction is probably the day I relapse. And I think that's why I try to dabble in it, to have my foot in it, so I can have conversations with you. And you call up the other morning, text me at 5 o'clock in the morning going, hey, you ever been through this? I mean, I'm like, all right, let me see, have I?
Yeah.
It makes me excited. Can I help? Is there something I can do? And so what you said, I think is so important when you said, when you can just offer help to people. At the end of the day, when you lay down, I've always said, and I'll shut up, God, would never allow me to go to heaven on records sold or knowing people or a status symbol. But I think at the end of the day, he would say, job well done for these little things that we do here.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
I think when you see like the life come back into somebody's eyes, like that's the best feeling ever. Like the girls that are at my house, is like I watch them, like, and I relate to them too because I went through the program, and you don't think that anything is like can happen. Like they don't see these things happening, that they could ever happen, but they do. And when like they get their license, like I just had a girl this week, and she was like, I had given up on getting my license, like I just didn't think I would ever be able to do that, and she got her driving permit this week, and I was like, yes, like you're one step closer, and like all these things that you think can't happen, they can.
Yeah.
They will.
And they will.
Oh,
and,
God,
and they
yeah.
do. I mean, we're all sitting here a testament to they do. Because it did. It happened for all of us.
It's amazing. And I know, like, just from knowing you and a little bit about your story, like 20 times in and out, that's not easy. And every time, this next time you think you're going to get it, and then you don't. And I hope that if there's somebody out there listening to this story right now and you're on your 100th time, you ain't here there's a reason. And keep trying, because there's different programs, there's different ways to do it. Think outside the box. And you had to do something totally different, didn't you, this time? What do you think made it stick? Like, what do you think that really this time was like, this was it, I'm ready to do it?
I think for me, I think it took all the relapses that I ever had to like get me to the point where I was just like, I think because I had been so many times, I thought I knew everything. But when on my last time, I was just like, you don't know anything.
Yeah.
And just, like, come here, be quiet, listen, and, take the suggestions. And that's what I did. But I was so desperate for change, like, that I was willing to do that.
Yeah, now she's a student at Purdue. Hell, I can't even spell
I know.
Purdue.
It's so exciting.
So, yeah.
I just love to see, like I said, the network that you've got around you, and whatever you're doing is working, because it's beautiful and it's amazing. And I just have to tell you thank you. Just for allowing us just a little picture inside to kind of see how you make that happen every day. And I know it's rough and hard, and it's going to pay off. When will you be done with like your associate's portion?
Next summer.
Next summer. Wow. What's your big plan? Like, what do you plan on doing? Like at the end game, what's your end result you'd like to see?
I don't know. I know I'm going to get my.
that's okay,
I know. I think that's exciting.
Okay. When I was writing this book, I've been working on the lady I'm writing it with said, "Hey, so what's next?" And I said, "I don't know," and I don't want to know, because if I did know, I don't know that I'd like it. I just want to experience as I go, take it day to day. Well, I can't change what's in the past. I can't do anything about the future, but I can have fun and enjoy my day today. So yeah, it's all right if you don't know. Hell, who cares?
I'm just going to keep setting goals and working to get to them. But
It's just great to watch.
Yeah.
Kathy and I just want to be invited to breakfast.
I know, right? I'm like, hey guys,
We'll make Mike
we
pay.
eat too.
Mike pay.
Yeah, that's it. Michael pay. He'll drive us.
Mike pay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
You're
thank you.
definitely an inspiration. Good to see you, Jess. Thank y'all. We're out of here.